Hello YouTube, it's Nero Diablo here. Welcome back to Dark Souls. What was I talking about before I ended on? It's just half a second ago and I don't even remember, holy shit. Biggest problem right here is to not trigger the poison dogs. Just right back there. No 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 no. That's bad. These guys got throwing knives as well, which basically they're gonna be harassing you with those. Like I said, this area, it's very short, but it's annoying. Don't know if I mentioned this, but if you want to get a person, you find a bit later. I started talking about it, so might as well just finish. Find a person inside of a barrel. Attacking it is a bad idea since you could very easily just like aggro the guy from hitting him. I would most certainly do that with this thing. So your boss is up there, but I'll just open a shortcut. First of all, so in case I'm most likely gonna die. I think the Hollow Thief said it's fairly difficult to get a hold of. It's fairly rare. I think I've been told. I don't do light armor a lot, so I wouldn't really know. But like, if you're interested in like fashion souls, you know, making your character look, it's more important for you if your character looks cool than anything, man. It probably is interesting to know that the Hollow Thief set is fairly rare, in case you decide you want that. You can also buy purging stones from this merchant, like the one we bought from Oswald. But I think they're more expensive here than are with Oswald. So I'd recommend just buying a handful when you are at Oswald, just, you know, while you're there. And I got poisoned. Now normally I would probably maybe use one of those moss I bought. Moss can be used to heal poisons and shit. My weapon is far too big for these tiny hallways. You know, I'm just gonna equip, I can't use a halberd, I thought it was a battle axe. Mace just for a moment. The problem with big weapons, other than the fairly steep requirements to wield them, is that in areas like that, they're gonna fucking fly off a wall! That's fine. It's fine. I gotta get back to Violent Shrine Anyway, since it's a closest bonfire to the Capra demon, in other words, the shortest run back if you die. Capra demon is probably my least favorite boss in this game. It's not even all that like cool of a fight, and it's just very annoying. I'm running out of things to talk about. I wonder what people usually do in this situation. Like, I don't do any like preparation. Maybe I should do some preparations or some shit. I don't know. Like, look up some things to talk about or something before I start, because I feel like it's, I don't know how I did it last time before I accidentally deleted a whole bunch of content, a bunch of videos. I didn't have problems keeping myself talking for all that time. Yeah, so we can like see Griggs is back here now. He does have his like slight quest line thing. Well, NPCs, I can talk a little bit about this. A lot of NPCs have little sort of quest lines where they move from place to place, depending on, well, typically on where you spoke with them, and times they will they'll assist you in certain fights or something like that. What the heck are you wearing? Just Griggs, his questline is tied to another character. I'll appear late. Yeah, a bit later, not much later, but I don't think we're gonna be able to do much of that. I don't think. Yeah, Griggs refused to. Griggs and you can't really learn magic if you have intelligence below 10. The magic merchants don't really want to talk with you if I remember correctly. I think that's it. Well, I think it's like Griggs don't want it, but the other guy does. Yeah, typically it's like with Solaire. Solaire will be doing a little travel alongside us through the game. He'll appear in various areas. We saw him first before the bridge with the Hellkite Drake. Wyvern. I forget what it's called now. Ah, jeez Christ, stop talking about that fucking lizard. I keep starting a little discussion with myself about it. Is it Drake or is it a Wyvern? And I don't remember. Dragon terminologies are weird. I got lucky here because I'm pretty sure he was doing the parrying animation. And the parry attack, I think it does like it does a fair bit of damage, but like also a shit ton of bleed. Basically, like you're gonna be bleed. It'll cause bleed on you like the second it starts. So there's like a little thing you can do if you buy a bunch of dung pies from the merchant in the tunnel, you can lob them over the wall there and poison the boss. My aim is shit, so I'm just gonna try and whack him. Hit! Who of them calls bleed? I don't remember anyone calls bleed in this fight. Ah. Yeah, so if it weren't for the tight quarters, this fight wouldn't be that difficult. But since this guy and his fucking kennel his fucking kennel. Yeah, it's not very fun. You can skip it if you pick the master key as your starting item. But as you may recall, I didn't. I chose Black Firebomb so I could get this hammer. So yeah, just thinking about to talk about like I've been thinking about when I'm done. It's probably gonna take a while, but when I'm done with the Dark Souls Let's Play, I've been thinking about just starting with the games I own that I haven't beaten yet. I may just take those like one by one, which would mean the next game would be Amnesia. I don't foresee that going fairly well. I don't do well with horror, and well, it's just like it's a pretty popular game. It's also the whole thing. I might just skip that because if I do a Let's Play on Amnesia, I'm probably just gonna get a bunch of, well, if people actually see it, I'm just not getting a bunch of comments like, "Oh, you're copying basically every major YouTuber." At least no, Markiplier and PewDiePie both started out, had started out doing Amnesia very early on, and it did pretty well for them. Okay, if you're gonna do big weapons, I'd suggest you do heavy armor as well in this game, because I may have mentioned it before, but there's this thing called poise. Poise in Dark Souls 1 is really good. It basically means you won't stagger when people hit you. And as you see, with a big weapon with a long draw time like that, there's a lot of openings to stagger you. Poise wouldn't help me here though. I've actually never played Amnesia before. I got it once when Steam gave it away for free. I'm not one to turn down a free game, even if it's one I don't think I would play a lot. You never know. If it's a game you don't know, it could turn out to be like your new favorite game and shit. So I do tend to take some It's also the thing, well, if you buy a game you don't know, is it change, just throw money out the window, you're buying some sort of shit game. I've done that a fair bit myself, a couple of times. But that's all the time for now. I'm Neo Diablo. Have a good day.